Hello everybody and welcome. This is Evolution Power Tools. My name is Lee. I work with the design team here at Evolution, and today I would like to present to you our new range of electric concrete cutting saws. We've just developed these. As you can see, we have a 9-inch and two larger 12-inch saws. I'm going to run through in detail all the features, benefits, and specifications of each machine, how these are notable improvements on our current concrete saw, and why you should choose these over top of the alternative cutting methods that are out there. I'm also going to demonstrate these saws in action on a variety of site materials such as bricks, slabs, curbs, stone, and even rebar. These saws will cut through them all. We're a pioneering British company based here in the steel city of Sheffield, and we specialize in professional quality power tools and accessories. We're proud to say that we design our power tools from the ground up, really right here, which means we can guarantee that our products have the unbeatable value for money, the innovative time-saving features you're going to need. So, without further ado, let's start with our R230 Dct. This stands for disc cutter. This is our 9-inch electric concrete saw. It has a powerful 15-amp motor with a constant speed circuit, so this will maintain all the torque even when you get into it through the cut. A lot of the grinders tend to slow down as you apply the pressure. So this cuts at a capacity of 3.5 inches, which is more cut capacity than any of the grinders on the market. Why would you cut with the grinder? I don't know. Anyway, so this tool is leading cut capacity for any 9-inch blade, including competitor saws. This comes supplied with the general purpose diamond blade you see here. Now this diamond blade is going to ensure a performance quality cut on any material, including the reinforced masonry with rebar inside, reinforced concrete. This will make it through here. Okay, so let's take a closer look at this bad boy. First up here we have this nice wheeled base and skid plate. This is a cutting guide really. So if you have to make a long cut in some concrete on the floor like an expansion joint, you place this on the ground, it's going to roll it straight. You can put it against a straight edge too, but this will take the weight, support the saw, help you guide it for a nice accurate straight cut. Nice. The 9-inch model here has a fixed blade guard. This is a more generous blade guard than any of the other competitive 9-inch saws or any grinder, so it's better for safety. Keep your fingers out of the way, right? This also has an outlet and a port for connecting a vacuum cleaner to it. Over here you see this is the arbor lock, so there's a little button here that'll lock the blade to help you for blade changes. Handy for blade changes, we have onboard tool storage. See right here, nice Evolution branded wrench. It's got a nice rubber molded thing that keeps it retained. So you basically fire it up here, put your blade guard in, and then you can use the wrench to change your blade. Nice feature that. So this is also a very wieldy saw. The weight and balance is pretty much perfect. We put a lot of attention into this because it's one of the most important features. This nice wraparound handle in the front, you can see this is optimized to hang dead level. It's hanging here nice and straight. This isn't weeble wobbling around on you. The weight distribution is perfect. The heavy part's right between your hands. So, it'll hold right here where you want it, and then you can aim it without getting tired out, causing fatigue. It's lightweight. There's no heavy gasoline engine, any of that stuff. So you have total control with the optimized weight distribution of where you want to make your cut and aim it. It's also cheaper to run than any of the gasoline saws. Of course, you're not buying gasoline or oil, no maintenance. You don't have to mix the oil. There's no exhaust fumes, so you can use this indoors or outport. And again, you got the built-in dust port, so you can help keep it clean. This comes with the general purpose black blade. We also have options here. Evolution's known for blades. The orange blade is a premium blade. It has a different grade of diamond inside here. This will cut longer, smoother, and faster. It's an option. We have these available if you want. So if you want to follow me outside, we'll show you how it does on all these materials. We'll do some cuts. Okay, we've gone outside the building now. I've got the R230 Dct, the 9-incher right here. We have a couple bits of material set up, a little bit of an obstacle course. We'll see how this thing cuts on there. I'll get my mask on, safety first. Right. So, soft start circuit, here we go. The electric brake kicks in, stops the blade quick. That was a modern block paver. Just through there in a few seconds like butter. Nice smooth flat edge. You can work with this. Let's try this big old slab and see what happens with the 9-incher. Remember, if you were using a grinder, you'd be holding this thing all awkwardly. This thing is made for cutting. Goes straight through. So, yeah, hard concrete paving slab. I went through, this is ready to lay if you wanted. Nice edge on there. Let's kick it up a notch. We have a big piece of rebar here. This diamond blade will go through it. General purpose diamond blade, no problem. We'll see what we got. So here's a very thick piece of rebar, cut off with ease using the R230 Dct. This is our 9-inch concrete saw. It's worked on the block paving, it's worked on a big paving slab of hardened concrete and this thick piece of rebar. There's a nice edge on here. So yeah, again, this is ergonomically designed for cutting with the weight, the balance in all the right places. As a comparison, let's see what the competition's 9-inch grinder does on all these same things. Okay, so we have a random 9-inch grinder, you know, competitive, typical style. As you see, to be safe, I've had to move the blade guard. This whole side is open. It took an Allen key to tighten this up into place, or else I've got incredible hot sparks flying in my face. It's not cool. Also, with the handle, I put it on the side. I think I can grip it here. But remember, the heavy part, it's not between my hands anymore. It's bobbling out front. It's just awkward, and my muscles, I have to fight against it to make that cut. I could put the handle on this end, but that's a very uncomfortable grip as well. This is made for grinding, and it's going to do an awesome job. It's not made for cutting. I don't know, people use them for cutting. I think that's over with nowadays. Let's see what we do here. Okay, big rebar. That sucked. That was extremely uncomfortable. As you can probably see, I had the sparks blasting me in the face. This is turning in the way that throws all the debris right into your face. It was very uncomfortable. And with the gearbox and all this here, I can't see the cut that I'm making. If I look over here, I'm getting blasted in the face. I mean, this cut through the rebar, but it was horrible to use. That's it. Ugh. All right, well, we got an answer for that, don't we? There you go. You've got the Evolution R230 9-inch Dct compared to a competitive 9-inch grinder. I think you can see the difference is quite clear. Let's go back inside out of this rain. So, the existing Evolution 12-inch concrete saw, we call it the 305. This has long been a popular and well-received machine for landscapers, handymen, occasional site use, DIY, and all these great home improvement projects. However, when developing the new 12-inch concrete saws, we started from the ground up, improving pretty much every aspect to give you tools that are game changers in their market. Both the R300 Dct and the R300 Dct Plus have extra features, improved specifications, and better overall dynamics compared to the existing model, which is still a really solid tool. There is nothing wrong with it. But let me show you what's great about these new models. Here's some of the improvements we've made with these new saws over the old. First off, we've increased the RPM. The spin's now at 5,000 RPM. The old saw did 4,500. A little bit more RPM, it's a faster, smoother cut. The cut capacity is improved. We have 4.5 inches of cut capacity on this new saw. The old one, 5/16 improvement over the old saw, but who's counting, really? Over the blade guard, we have a nice sturdy stamped steel blade guard. This is great because it has a one-handed mechanism to adjust it. There's 5 positions it'll lock into. If you want to go into a wall, you got it right there. Easy. Your arbor lock is built right here on the drive shaft. When it's time to change blades, you just lock that in. Handy dandy integrated tool storage. We have an Evolution branded spanner here that'll adjust all the fasteners that you need to adjust on this saw. There you go, right here, as you need. And it slides back in here nice and stays put. It's a good bit of protection for the handle as well. The rear handle has this generous rubber overmold to help with the vibration. The front handle is really beefed up. We've used steel tubing here, stronger mounts, good rubber overmold. The weight and balance is perfect again here. If I'm holding this, it's balanced right in the middle. It stays level on the ground. When you put it down, it rests there. It won't crash forward, which is really nice features. This also gives you comfortable positions to make horizontal cuts as well. So we've really put a lot of thought into the handle for this new disc cutter. Good part here is the skid plate with the cutting guide again with the wheels. So if you're making a long cut on the ground, this supports the weight and it allows you to make a long straight cut with comfort. You just control the depth of your cut as you watch. This takes all the weight. This is a nice feature. We've got a built-in vacuum port with the rubber cover to keep things clear. Additionally, we're giving you a more power cord. We've got a 3-meter cord on here, it's 8 feet. On this, the big boy, the Plus model, 4-meter cord. We've got a constant speed circuit in here and an electronic brake. So that means when you're putting the pressure into your cut, the constant speed circuit kicks in and the saw won't bog down and start losing RPM when you really get into it with the pressure. And the electronic brake, when you release the trigger, that kicks in to slow your blade down for safety and when you're putting the saw down. This is a lot of great improvements on any of these saws. And exclusive to the R300 Dct Plus, the Plus model. We have, this one comes with the orange blade, the premium diamond blade. It's a different grade of diamond abrasive in here for cutting faster, smoother, and a longer blade life with this premium blade. Okay, so additionally, the feature that we're most excited about, that we've never seen in an Evolution saw before, is the water-fed dust suppression system. We use a nice brass fitting. The hose fitting on some of these competitive gasoline saws is plastic. They break off all the time. You got a good stuff. The brass fitting, armored water tube, this is a stainless steel spring. It's fitted close to the saw so it's not going to snag on anything. Comes out here to the front. You got equal water left and right for keeping the dust down, which is a great feature. You can control the pressure with the valve here. Blade guard works like this. It's divided to 2, so you get water coming out on both sides for great dust suppression here. Again, excellent weight and balance. The handle is perfectly going to hold this nice and level when you use it. Cut it on the side. You've got generous rubber overmolding on the handle here, and your famous cutting guide for your long expansion joints. This will take the weight. You get a 13-foot cord. We're giving you a bit more cord with the power with the Plus model. Additionally, you get an RCD, residual current device, for electrical safety, especially around water. This will trip if you have any current leakage. Then you can reset it and get back to work. You know, safety first. Again, good part of the integrated tool storage is this. You got your arbor lock here when you want to change your blade. There it is, locks into place. And then this is made to fit any of the fasteners on the saw. Tell you what though, there's some thirsty work here. Let's get back to it. There's a lot of great improvements to make this an excellent cutter. I think anybody can appreciate that. So, designed to conquer the professional job site, the new Evolution 12-inch concrete saw with dust suppression is the ideal machine for the pros when effective dust control is a must. The dual-sided water feed outlet ensures that this is going to meet your OSHA regulations, your health and safety, all this stuff that relates with dust management and the job site. Not to say the R300 Dct isn't a great tool for the trade. It is. These are excellent saws. The dust control gives you an extra advantage. These are ideal for landscaping, for home improvement, for any domestic or commercial use. You know, masonry, bricks, stone, slabs, curbs, reinforced concrete. These guys will tackle it. The dust suppression is the extra kick. Give you what you need. You guys are going to love these saws. There are so many advantages to using one of these electric concrete saws over the traditional gasoline-powered saws. For one, your cost of operation. That's a huge thing. So with these saws, you have the saw, you plug it into the wall, plug it into your generator, you're ready for continuous cutting all day long. Now with the gasoline saw, you've got to mix the gas and the oil in the right proportion, you've got to keep filling the tank, you need to keep it lubricated, you have to find safe storage for gasoline. Also the recoil start, those things are a pain to start. You know, if you have a cold day or if this recoil start breaks, that's a really expensive thing to maintain. Also engine overhaul costs. With these, there's none of that. You plug it in and you go. Additionally, for the cost of renting one of these gasoline saws for a few days, you could own and buy one of these. This costs to own as much as it costs to rent for a few days. And then you still have to have all the storage and jerry cans and stuff like that. So, you know, the cost advantages for these are so many. It's an excellent saw. I think this is worth considering. So let's head back outside and I'll show you how both of these Evolution 12-inch saws hold up against some heavy-duty concrete cutting. I'll also show you a gasoline saw against it for comparison. So, you know, some people say water and electricity traditionally don't mix. However, I'll show you how the water-fed dust suppression on the R300 Dct Plus works great. It's not only safe, but also very effective. We have some optional extras for you as well. Never before seen. We have a 3.5-gallon water tank with a foot pump. Huh? That's never been seen in the industry. This is your hands-free kit. You don't have to put your saw down, you pump with your feet. This is a great touch. Never been done before. It says Evolution on the side of the building, so why not, right? For the traditionalist, 3.5-gallon water tank with a hand pump. We've got options for you. Let's go outside and see what we can do. And we're back. Thanks for sticking with us, folks. We have here the R300 Dct. This is the 12-inch concrete saw. It's good for masonry, good for metal, supplied with a general purpose blade to get through it all. This has the soft start and the constant speed circuit. So compared to the peaky power band you find on the concrete saws powered by petrol, or gasoline that is, we'll get right through this. We have a gigantic curbstone. This thing's so big, with any of these saws, you gotta flip them over. So we'll see how we handle that. We have a big insulation block here, general purpose diamond blade. We'll go through this. Let's mask up and get to work. All right, with the electronic blade brake, that's no problem. Let's flip this over, we'll get the last bit. Ah. Wow, would you look at that? Look how smooth that is. That's a gem. What a great saw. Let's hit this insulation brick here. That's like butter, baby. What do you want? That's the R300 Dct, our 12-inch concrete cutting saw. We'll kick it up a notch in a minute. We'll come back with the Plus model that's got the water feed. This way we'll show the hand pump water tank, the foot pump water tank, and you can see how this water-powered dust suppression does on reinforced concrete in these materials. And we're back. Thanks for sticking with us, everybody. We have the R300 Dct Plus. That's the Plus model of our 12-inch concrete saw. It's got the water-powered dust suppression system, as you see here. It's got a premium diamond blade, so this has a smoother, faster cut and a longer blade life when you're doing it. Also the soft start circuit, constant speed, all the bells and whistles. We'll test this out here on a reinforced concrete lintel. So that's reinforced concrete with a chewy center of tension rebar in the middle. Steel and concrete, this would be a great test for our saw. We'll turn it on with the water, you'll see the difference. Yeah, with the constant speed circuit, soft start, this will be good. We'll find a comfy position, put our mask on, let's do this. So, water on with this little valve here. Okay. Turn it on. No problem there. You can see a little spark where it went through the steel, but with the water moving, we didn't see the cloud of dust. You know, I'm still clean. It's not too shabby. So as a comparison, let's see what it's like with the old gasoline-powered saws. Okay, so we've got our standard issue gasoline-powered saw. This is what you got to do. I got a can for my fuel oil mix. I got some oil, I got some gasoline. It's total faff, but you got to do it. So of course we're using a partial can, so we got to guesstimate with the oil. You got to find a safe place to store these. We have to keep them in one of those steel solvent cabinets. You know, it's a big fire hazard. You can't just leave this stuff lying around. Plus it gets old. If you only use your saw like once a year, you're going to have to get rid of your fuel anyway, probably. It won't help your machine run. I think we're good there. Good old dinosaur juice. Ah, you know what? I should use this nozzle here. This is what a faff it is, right? Okay, here's the solution. We improvise, adapt, and overcome. Big old funnel. This is the stuff you got to put up with when you're dealing with a gasoline-powered saw. Put the choke on. I haven't used a choke since the 70s. Turn this into the start position with your hand in the safe here. See if this starts. Maybe we'll take the choke off. Well, that took a while. That would suck. If you just rented one of these things, what a pain. So, comparison, you got the Evolution. You just plug it into the wall and go. Constant power. A thing to remember too, if you rent one of these for the weekend, it probably costs about the same as one of the Evolution saws. You want to rent one of these for a weekend, put up with jerry cans of gas and all this stuff and lose all that money? You can spend the same amount of money, buy an Evolution saw and keep it at home always. None of this problem storing fuel, fire hazards. mixing oil. The difference is clear. Okay, so that was the standard issue gasoline-powered saw. You can see what a pain in the butt those can be if you're dealing with it. Now we have over here the R300 Dct Plus. That's our Plus model 12-inch concrete saw. This one has the water-powered dust suppression system. Over there you see the accessory that we have available, which is the hand-pumped dust suppression tank. I'm going to put a cut through here. This is the massive breeze block. It's a big piece, but we have the capacity to go through such a large slab. Let's go take a look, shall we? No problem. Over here, look at that. Clean and flat. That's a really nice cut. Big piece of stone. It does a good job. Let's go see this foot pump, see if we can improve on the situation. Okay, for that last cut, we went through that great big breeze block. We had the DCT Plus with the hand-pumped water-powered dust suppression tank. So, you know, it says evolution on the side of the building. This is your hands-free kit, right? Talking to users, people out there who know what they're talking about, we determined, hey, this is a good idea. So, first ever, you've never seen this in the industry. This is a water-powered water tank powered by foot pump. So basically you can pump this with your feet. You don't have to put the tool down. You can keep on going. It's a hands-free kit, never before seen. So I'll set this up. We'll do another cut through this piece of coping. So pretty standard connection here. Put that on, lock it in, give it a bunch of pumps. We have 2 barrels in ours, so it takes fewer pumps. We don't want to take all day here, so we're giving you a pretty good pump for this. You don't have to stop the action. I'm holding the saw. I can go back to my cut immediately. We'll see how we do. It's got a nice pressure gauge. We'll wait for that needle to climb a little bit. Okay, the R300 Dct Plus, the Plus model. We've got our water-powered dust suppression, pressurized with a foot pump here. We have a big piece of concrete coping stone, so I'm going to mask up. We'll turn the water on, make a cut. We'll see the difference. You won't see the clouds of dust we saw before. Let's do this. That's that electric brake. Nice cut through here, piece of concrete. So yeah, having that water-powered dust suppression tank does a great job. And again, this helps with any of the workplace safety regulations. If you can't have dust and particulate matter, it really keeps the dust down. You can see there's a bit of the slurry, but none of that clouds of dangerous dust. Not too shabby. Just nip the end off it. It's a nice, straight, smooth cut. I'm happy with that. The water-powered dust suppression kept all those clouds of dangerous dust down you can't inhale. This will help with your workplace safety requirements if you can't have particulate matter or airborne dust and particles. I'm really happy with that. That's a nice cut through a piece of concrete. Talk to you soon. So, you've seen the R230 Dct, the R300 Dct, and the R300 Dct Plus in action. I've demonstrated these are an effective option ahead of any other method of cutting masonry and metals. Each machine is spec'd up to lead their market in regards to cutting capacity and features in any of the different size categories. Basically, as part of the design team here, I work on industrial design. We have a team of engineers, all in-house here, Sheffield, England, the same building. We've basically researched and designed these from scratch, from the ground up, to really beat everything that's out there. This little guy has an excellent gearbox. It's smaller than the others. This allows us to get more blade action here. We've added great features such as the adjustable blade guards, the excellent water suppression system, the perfect balance and weight, the wieldiness, and things like the foot-pumped water tank. This is an excellent solution for anybody who's cutting masonry, reinforced concrete, stone, slabs, paving, even metals. What's more to say? These are a family of excellent new saws. We'd like to thank you for your attention today. Thanks for watching. If you have any other questions, you can contact your account manager. I'm Lee for Evolution Power Tools. Have a great day.